All right, so I wanted to take my time, get all the information that I've was researching in regards to the shooting, the mass shooting in Texas, at a Texas church, where more than 20 have been killed, and I think even more have been injured. And I want you guys to take a look on this screen here. These men are what we call terrorists. These men, because their homes have been torn apart by drugs and the unarmed killing of their children, the mass incarceration rates to their families, their friends and their loved ones in their community, they elect to protect themselves, to arm themselves and protect themselves against violence that has been perpetrated against them. All right? You guys got that? Then I want you to take a look at this family. This is a good, wholesome American family with good values, good American values. They practice their rights, as should all Americans should have it. They seek to cause no harm to anybody. This is a non-threatening family. This family is what we should all aspire to be, according to America's policies. Not these guys who are protecting their community, standing up for their basic human rights, but these guys. This is what we all should aspire to be. So when somebody from this family, this all-American family you see here, decides to walk into a church and shoot up people, understand that it was the stress of paying bills, the stress of being financially burdened is why they did it. It's just stress. Stress causes a person to do that. See, not these guys, who have had to suffer hundreds of years of being treated like a second-class citizen, if even less, in a country. See, these guys who all they want to see is their children. They want to be able to live in a world where they can send their children to school and not have to worry that their child is going to be gunned down because he and his friends are playing tag in the street and a cop gets the inclination that he's carrying a weapon and then they shoot him. No, but they want you, right? The American government wants you to believe that this family right here, they suffer from more mental illness and stress and hardships, which drives them. It couldn't be the environment that they're raising their children in. It couldn't be the fact that they live in this bubble of thinking that the world is supposed to be just given to them because of the color of their skin. It couldn't be that. Listen, guys, I'm not shocked that the conversation is happening now. Now, all of a sudden, people care. It's the same thing with this drug epidemic, opioid epidemic, put it that way. When we had to deal with in the 80s with the crack epidemic that raged through the black community, and we all know how Reagan and how Nixon and all these guys clearly elected to push forward policies to mass incarcerate our people. Gave us stiffer punishments, but meanwhile when, John or Sally from this family right here, who gets caught with pounds of cocaine, they are misunderstood, mistreated, mischaracterized. But if, a black or brown child from a community gets caught with weed nowadays, they want to throw the book at them. Now, since the opioid epidemic has struck this family that you see here on screen holding all the guns, now it's something that needs to be acted upon right away, immediately. Let's create houses so they can go and shoot up dope. It's literally gotten to that point. And it shows the hypocrisy of America. Now you want to actually, basically, let me translate, safe places for drug addicts to shoot dope is where I'm from, called a crack house. All right? Let's stop with this whole, let's put a bow on it because it's white faces attached to it and make it out like it's this beautiful thing. Facts are the facts, people. This unfortunate hateful act that occurred in Sutherland Spring, Texas yesterday was god-awful. And for those children who lost their lives and for those mothers and fathers who lost their lives, I feel unbelievably saddened for them. But this is what Malcolm X always talked about. Your chickens have come home to roost. And I, for one, am not going to get all up in arms about it. As a human being, I can feel bad and I can sit there and say my severe condolences to these people. But I got to be honest. I think what we need to stop doing is trying to stop what's going on. I think we have to actually let the building burn down so we can start over. So, and I hope that people understand what I'm talking about when I say that. I'm not saying I wish more shootings, but you know what? I'm not saying I wish more overdoses on people, but I'm just at the point where sometimes for any sort of real change to happen, unfortunately, you gotta let the building burn.